Liverpool didn't just sign a striker, they signed a statement. Yes, you heard it right. Alexander Isak is now a Red, and this transfer could change the entire Premier League landscape. Hello and welcome everybody to another video from the Offside Trap. Liverpool has just smashed the British transfer record and signed Alexander Isak from Newcastle for about 125, 130 million pounds. Unbelievable. This transfer window has had its moments, I got to say. This isn't just about replacing a striker, right? This is about Arne Slot building a new era at Anfield after all the lies that Mr. Jurgen Klopp said about, you cannot compete in the league with all this money being spent. What a load of bollocks. You know what I mean? It's what a load of crap being said by Jurgen. Today we'll break down the move, right? Like break down why Liverpool went all in on Isak and how he might be fitting into sort of Slot's tactics, what the money means, and how Newcastle would look at rebuilding from their star man leaving. So strap in. This is going to basically reshape everything that we know about this season and possibly the seasons to come as well for all the other Big Six clubs. All right. Let's start with a little bit of context here. Liverpool summer has been one of the busiest in years, right off the gate. Darwin Nunez gone, Luis Diaz gone, Trent Alexander-Arnold is gone to Madrid. A lot of big names are gone, right? But they've brought in some serious quality. You got Florian Wirtz, one of the sought after and brightest playmakers in Europe. Numerous number of clubs were after him and was willing to pay big money for him. Jeremy Frimpong at right back, brilliant signing again. Milos Kerkez, another brilliant signing. Georgi Mamadashvili, I think he was signed last season, but this is when he actually came into the scene. A very good young keeper who might be Liverpool's number one for years to come after, let's say, Alisson leaves. And what a great option to have on the bench at the moment. And crucially, Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk signed new contracts up till 2027. And that sort of gave Liverpool the stability to start looking at what more can they do in attack and maybe stabilizing the defense a little bit. Mind you, they are still linked with Mark Guehi, and that probably will happen towards the end of the window, or probably like today, basically, which is the end of the window. So they, with all the attacking outgoings, they actually needed a striker after Hugo Ekitike, who is another brilliant signing, came in. So what were they looking for? Who were they looking for? They were looking for Alexander Isak, and somebody that can be quick, a little bit chaotic, which they love, cold and ruthless in front of goal. Comes into the picture, Alexander Isak. That's basically what happened. So let's look at why Alexander Isak, right? Isak scored 23 Premier League goals in the Premier League last season. That's not just a number, that's elite finishing in the toughest league in the world, in my humble opinion. What makes him special isn't just the tally of goals, it's the variety of goals, but also the way he knits up the play, the way he runs into these pockets, he runs in behind, he does everything, right? It's unbelievable. Like he can run across the center backs, finish first time, one really good one-on-one as well. He's ice cool from the penalty spot as well, which gives him another option when maybe Salah might be going to AFCON. They got really good penalty takers now as well. Like, you got Salah, Isak, and then you got Wirtz, Ekitike, Gakpo. Unbelievable, right? And then you got McAllister. Far out. So many good things. Like this transfer is unbelievable. He can drift wide as well, which they like to do, and drop into midfield, pick up the ball, do some link up play. Quite explosive into the box as well. This is sort of the player that they have been missing, in my humble opinion, since Roberto Firmino left. If you compare this guy to Darwin Nunez, Darwin gave you chaos, energy, unpredictability, but he was crap in front of goal. Let's keep it a buck, right? He was crap in front of goal. He cost Liverpool points, but even with that, they still managed to win the league. Now imagine you take all of exactly that and you add in goal scoring, and what does that tell you? Overwhelming favorites to win the league. He is 25. He's entering his prime. Liverpool aren't just buying a goal scorer for the season. They're buying a goal scorer for the next 5-6 seasons, unless a club like Real Madrid or something comes and he decides to do the same thing that he did to Newcastle. So maybe let's look at how he might be fitting into Arne Slot's tactically. So Slot loves a like 4-2-3-1 sort of situation from my opinion. Look at Alisson in goal. You got Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk, and Kirkes at the back. McAllister alongside Gravenberg. Then you got Wirtz in the 10, Salah on the right, Gakpo on the left. Then you got Isak leading the line with Ekitike basically being the substitute striker. Like, so it's, imagine this. This is imagine what's happening, right? So on the right, Salah drifts inside. Frimpong, flies on the overlap. We know how good he is on that. That movement maybe pulling defenders apart, and right between then you got Isak timing his runs perfectly, and when Liverpool presses, Isak curves his run into the box, passing like to block the passing lane. And opposition midfields that forces so many different problems to oppositions right now. So this signing makes so much sense for Liverpool at the moment. It hasn't got me worried, but I'm just thinking far out, like it's such an unbelievable signing for Liverpool. And then you got your Salahs, your Wirtz also trying to press from all the other areas, trying to win the ball back as quickly as possible. And in set pieces, he's 6'3", right? Adding to Virgil, adding to Konate, and everyone else who tries to score in there. It's terrifying on both ends of the box as well. See, if Firmino was the connector, Isak is the connector, but he is also the killer. So for me, I would call Isak the killer connector. That's just basically me. But at the end of the day, he's just there to put the ball in the back of the net, and which I think he will do quite well. There won't be none of those 007 bullshit with him. First game in, he'll score a couple of goals. I guarantee you that right here, right now, and that's an offside trap exclusive for you. Let's talk about the money that he's been spent. Honestly, I couldn't care less. Right? £125 million, whatever it is, it's a British record, spread across, let's say, 5 years or 6 years, whatever it is, it's about 20 million a year, right? 20 million, 25 million a year, who cares? Adding his wages about 300k a week, you're looking at about 36, 38 million a year, a little bit over that or something like that. But who cares? If they're going to win the league, who the hell gives a shit at the end of the day, right? People are very quick to call out the money. People are very quick to judge everything else. Who gives a shit? I'm a Chelsea fan. If you got it, you spend it, and you spend it correctly, and you do what you need to do in order to win. That's as simple as that for me. So a lot of people might be thinking, why could Liverpool afford it? How could they afford it? Because they've restructured their squad. They offloaded so many players. They cleared a lot of wages. FSG has always like said they'll pay for elite talent when it fits their model, and I feel like this is actually fitting their model. And for Newcastle, it might not be about PSR, but also might be about PSR at the same time. Selling like Isak for this amount of money is going to benefit them financially, like quite a bit. They could do such a big rebuild with this money. It would be absolutely stupid if they don't do anything with it. It's a deal that was so good that they had to do it. So in my opinion, I think it's a win-win for both sides, because now that Newcastle has their signing as well. But everything that I have been speaking about right now has been all the good things. Let's look at a couple of risks and maybe a couple of unknowns. There is, let me like put out this statement first, right? There is no transfer that is risk free. Like, look at Wirtz right now. Yes, he is a bit slow getting used to the league, but I have no doubt that he will be good. But let's look at Isak in isolation. Isak has had a lot of injuries in the past. Can he handle 50 games plus in a highly intense Liverpool system? There is also the unbelievable pressure that comes with this price tag. And all honesty, I think Liverpool fans will try to do their best in order to like shelter him from this, but there is no getting away from it. There is such a massive expectation on him right now. I wouldn't be surprised if he started a bit slow, but he's going to be immense and amazing for Liverpool. Maybe a few games without a goal or two, he might, he might start getting a bit ropey for him, but he has this mentality where he has the mentality, the skill, and everything that comes with it for him to do well. And basically what made Alexander Isak and made Liverpool spend this money, because Liverpool never spend this money on anybody. You know what I mean? There is a reason why Liverpool did this. So let's look at how this might affect the Newcastle fans. They've lost their best striker since probably Alan Shearer. Isak wasn't just goals for them. He was the link play, movement, constant outball. Now Eddie Howe has to build with Visa or Strand Larsen, and Voldemort. And but let's be honest, right? Like, far out, let's be honest. Replacing Isak is going to be tough for any team if he played for them. But the money that was coming in, or the money that has come in, helps the finances. And it might just set them back maybe a year or a year or two, because at the end of the day, before anything else, they need to first get a win in the Premier League. Secondly, this might help them get more players in the future. But I think this money can help them immensely. All in all, to conclude this video that has been going on for 13 plus minutes, Liverpool just didn't buy a striker. They bought the perfect forward for Arne Slot's system. A player who could take them from title winners last season to title winners for the next 5 seasons. Maybe they might actually outdo Pep's 4 in a row. You never know. So I think Alexander Isak is Liverpool's biggest signing since probably Fernando Torres as an example. But with the finishing ability closer to like a Thierry Henry that everybody raves about. For Newcastle, this might be a painful ending, but it might actually be a necessary sacrifice for the betterment of your own football club. That's just me being very, very honest. And it is my opinion. If you disagree with it, let me know in the comments below. But for Liverpool, this could be the signing that actually defines them for the next 5-6 years. And with that being said, thanks for watching the Offside Trap. I am just flabbergasted. We try to break down the game one trap at a time. unbelievable. See you next time, folks. Thank you.